Hey guys, it's Candy and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited to announce to you guys that I'm going to be starting something new, and it's going to be the Candiland book club. So basically today I just want to kick off the month of January and share with you what books I'm going to be reading this month. And basically how I'm going to do it is each month I'm going to share with you kind of like the 3 books that I read for the month, and I'm going to review those 3 books. And then I'm also going to announce the 3 books that I'm going to be reading for the following month. So that way if you want to read ahead and you want to make sure you have the books read before I review them, so we can kind of like, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I talk about the book. One thing I want you guys to be aware of is my book review videos are definitely going to contain spoilers. I want to be able to like openly talk about the book. So I'll call it a book review, but it's more gonna be like, let's chat about the book that I just finished reading. So to start out for January, the 3 books that at the end of the month I will have finished. So you guys will come back like 1 month from now, sometime the beginning of February, and I'll have 3 books that I'm going to talk about. And like I said, they'll contain spoilers. They're gonna contain like talking points over the major events that took place in the book, and I really want to kind of get like a conversation going. I'm going to reply to comments, and then once we get past month January and February, when I'm posting my reviews for January, I might take some book requests from you guys if you have some requests that you want me to include for the 3 books for March. So to start out with the 3 books that are going to be read and reviewed for the month of January, one of them I already read and I love this book so much. And it has several different covers, so if yours doesn't look like this, it's okay. But this is Peter Swanson, The Kind Worth Killing. And this I actually got off of, if you know who Ashley Speedy is, she was on The Bachelor, and I follow her on Instagram, and I sometimes go off of some of the books that she's read and reviewed. Well, she doesn't really review them, but she'll just say whether it's good or not. And this was really, really good. This is kind of like a thriller. So definitely for this book, and I'm just gonna make the statement now that most of the books that I'm going to read are going to be for like adult level books. Like this would be, I don't know how they rate books. They don't call it rated R, but this is probably like a 17 plus. There's just a few points in this book that are, I guess you could say, somewhat sexually related, even though it's only like a few sentences. It's not like the basis of the book. So I'm just gonna put it out there now that my book club is going to be more for, adults. So unfortunately for kids, I don't know if maybe down the road, if maybe I'll have like a bonus month throughout the year or something like that, because I do love reading young adult books. Like I'm a huge Twilight, Hunger Games, Divergent fan. So if I ever do pick up any young adult books, I will put that in the title of the video, that maybe like this month will be focused on books for young adults or something like that. But for these January and February, the book club is going to be, I'm pretty sure these are all probably adult level. I don't know why I'm saying level, adult content books. All right, so this one I already read. This is gonna be for January. I can't wait to talk about this one because there's just so many jaw-dropping moments in this book that I'm so excited to talk about it. The Kind Worth Killing is actually about a guy and a girl, and they meet in the airport. They're actually both sitting at a bar in the airport, and then they end up sitting next to each other on the flight or whatever, and the guy ends up telling the girl that he found out that his wife was cheating on him and he wants to kill her, and the girl actually said, "I would like to help." So it's really kind of, it starts out intense from literally like the very first chapter, and it never gets boring. So definitely recommend that one. Now the next book that I'm planning on reading is actually coming in the mail today, so I don't have the book in my hands to share with you, but I know I want to read it next, so I'm putting it on my list for January, and it's called The Last Mrs. Parrish. I'll put it up on the screen right here because I can't remember exactly who's the author. That one I seen on Reese Witherspoon's book club recommendation list, and it just sounds really, really good, and I can't wait to probably start reading it sometime today as soon as UPS comes and drops it off. That is the next book that I'm going to dive into. So for The Last Mrs. Parrish, it basically is about a girl who's jealous of another girl, and it says, with shocking turns and dark secrets that will keep you guessing until the very end, The Last Mrs. Parrish is a fresh, juicy, and utterly addictive thriller from a diabolically imaginative talent. So I just thought it sounded really good. And then the third book for January that I'm going to read is called All Is Not Forgotten by Wendy Walker. And this says here on the cover, will she choose to remember the one thing she wanted to forget? So this says, this is basically about this girl is attacked at a local party, and in the hours immediately thereafter, she's given a controversial drug to medically erase the memory of her violent assault. But in the weeks and months that followed, she heals from her physical wounds and no factual recall of the attack. She wrestles with raging emotional memories, blah, 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 blah. Like, it just sounds really interesting to me. So I think you find the type of books that I kind of really enjoy the most are sort of like thrillers. It's probably like my favorite. I don't really stick with just one genre, and I will sort of go off of like other people's recommendations. And pretty much when I walk through a bookstore, I use the Goodreads app, and I will scan the back of the book, like the little barcode, and I will go off the ratings on Goodreads. And if it doesn't have like at least a 3.0, 3.5 and above, I won't buy it. Like, I don't know, I really go off of other people's advice, and I figure if they all hated it, I will probably hate it too. I don't know if it's good or not, but that's how I do it. And then the 3 books for February, like I said, I'm just gonna share with you guys now what the titles are. I'm not gonna talk about what these 3 books are about until I do my review on the January. Once I get going on this every month, you'll understand how it's gonna go. But I just want to give you guys a head start on the names of the books. One of them is Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. One is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I don't know if that's how you say NG. And then Best Day Ever by Kira Ruda. That's going to be the third one. And this is probably, let's see, I will tell you. This is the order I'm probably going to read them in. I don't know if that matters to anybody, probably not, but 1, 2, 3. Most likely the order I'm gonna read them in. So, like I said, come back to my channel. First week in February, somewhere in there, I will have reviewed the first 3 books that I mentioned. We'll talk about them and that sort of thing. And then these are the 3 books that I'm going to be reading in February, and I'll be reviewing these and talking about them at the beginning of March. So hopefully you guys are excited about my Candiland book club. Personally, I'm sort of doing this more, I shouldn't say more for myself, but a lot for myself, because reading more books is definitely something I want to do this year, and this is really going to force me to stick with it. And also, I just love to have any kind of topic to talk about, and I'm excited to kind of get some interaction going from you guys as well. So be sure to comment down below if you guys are going to join in on my book club. I know I had posted about this on Instagram, and some of you guys had already replied that you were reading it too, which makes me super happy, and I'm just really excited to get going on the book club. So thanks guys for watching. Be sure to thumbs up my videos, subscribe so you don't miss when I post videos, because I just post randomly, no specific schedule. And thanks guys for watching, and make it a great day. I'll see you next time.